Hello everyone. A quick update about where I'm at with the INTJ solar and battery powered cryptocurrency mine. Yesterday, Tesla completed the installation of my Tesla Powerwall 2. The Powerwall 2 installation took place over 2 days, 8 hours the first day and 6 hours yesterday. 2 electricians were involved. It's currently June and winter in Melbourne. I'm in Thailand for the month and experiencing very hot weather here, but Melbourne is a different story. It's much colder there, and I hear it has been a very cold winter, with cold overnight lows in the mid-single digits. It's unfortunate that the Powerwall 2 installation was done in winter, as it was freezing and uncomfortable for my mother, who was home at the time of the install, but this was the installation month I was given, and I took it. So I accept responsibility for that. I purchased the Tesla Powerwall 2 on March 23rd, paid for it on June 8th, and the installation was scheduled and done on June 20th, with additional finalisation work done on June 26th. All up, it was almost 3 months between my order of the Powerwall 2 and the start of installation, with a total of 3 months and 3 days between the original order and the completion of the installation. My mother tells me the Tesla electricians were very hardworking and did a great job, which is really nice to hear. The install work started early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. The power was off for most of the time, especially on the first day, during which the backup gateway box and wiring work was completed. The second day the power was off and on a few times. I chose the Tesla Powerwall 2 as it offers the highest battery storage at the lowest cost per kilowatt hour. Despite battery technology still being relatively expensive, I wanted to financially support Tesla now because I believe in Elon Musk's vision for the company and I want Tesla to win this race. Tesla have a real shot at revolutionizing how the entire world makes and stores electricity. And I want to be a part of this revolution, both to bring my electricity costs down, as well as help support them in their mission. Overall, going 3-phase power, 10 kilowatt solar and Tesla Powerwall 2 at a total cost of $41,237 was expensive and was a large amount of time, effort and disruption on the family. But as of yesterday, forward, we get to enjoy much reduced electricity bills. I estimate the $800 a quarter we were paying for electricity will reduce by 75 to 80%, and in the summer months especially, we will be generating more power than we need, which will give us a credit on our electrical bills. Tesla has a captive and highly interested market in Australia for both its solar and battery products. Solar panels are very popular in Australia due to our abundant sun and especially due to our very high electricity prices, which are between 25 to 40 cents per kilowatt hour. The Australian energy system stands as a monument to vested interests. It's a system controlled by owners who are protected from market forces and state governments content to milk customers for all they're worth and more, because the rules allow it. Ridiculous electricity prices have encouraged disillusioned consumers to search for alternatives. The Towson family, under my leadership, has gone to great lengths to gain energy independence, and I highly suggest if you're an Australian and if you can afford it, that you follow our lead and do the same thing. The power companies can keep gold plating the electrical grid. I will gold plate my renewable energy infrastructure so I don't have to pay them anymore, and I'll help guide others to do the same thing. One more Powerwall 2 and I could probably go completely off grid if I wasn't crypto mining. Now that the Powerwall 2 has been installed, I can start to think about building my first real mining rig. Of course, 10 kilowatts worth of solar and one Tesla Powerwall 2 will not provide enough power for more than one small 6 GPU mining rig, which is why in the future I'll almost certainly expand into the backyard with another 10 kilowatts solar array and additional Tesla Powerwalls. Doing this depends upon the prices of cryptocurrency. As we're all aware, the market has dropped substantially, and at the moment I can't really afford to invest more fiat currency into solar and battery infrastructure. I'm more inclined to invest fiat money into more cryptocurrency at this point of time. I've told my electrical and solar contractors when the prices of crypto are high, they can expect to hear from me. When the prices are low, I will be buying up crypto. Now, I've prepared a spreadsheet that I would like to go through with you of how much it cost me to get to this point in terms of solar, battery, and electrical infrastructure. The three-phase electrical connection was $3,300. An additional $1,400 I paid for the electrical distributor, Gemini, to send a truck to upgrade the infrastructure in the street. My electrical contractor, Laser Electrical, ran the three-phase power to the cryptocurrency mine, and this cost me $1,990. They performed additional electrical work to cater for additional solar and batteries, which I will install in the future as I ramp up my crypto mining operations. They also performed work to upgrade wiring in the house to stop the power tripping when my mother ran her microwave and oven or other heavy power usage kitchen appliances at the same time. This cost $3,248 in total. All these costs were essentially preparation electrical works. Laser Electrical have done some great work for me over the last 6 months to help prepare me for the solar and Powerwall install, and I highly recommend them. The 10 kilowatt sun power solar panels and Fronius inverter and installation cost $17,740. I also requested a Fronius smart meter, which was $660 including installation. Green Sky Australia was the company I contracted to buy the panels from and for the solar installation work. I also highly recommend them if you're thinking of going solar. They were fantastic. The Tesla Powerwall 2 total price, including installation, was $11,249. It's been very easy dealing with Tesla during the sales process. I simply put down a deposit using my credit card, and then I dealt with a Tesla rep who sent me a sales contract, which I signed electronically and sent back to them. All up, the total cost to get to this point from an electrical point of view was $41,237. As I've stated, here in Australia, we have very high electricity prices. The lowest rate I could find was from Pacific Hydro, or Tango, which offers a fixed rate of 20.57 cents per kilowatt hour, with a supply charge of $1.01 per day, and a solar rebate of 11.3 cents per kilowatt hour. I switched from AGL to Tango to secure this low rate. I've calculated that my payback period on the solar and battery system is 14.27 years based on the capital price of $41,237. I'd like to now take you through a spreadsheet that I've made up to calculate everything. So here in the spreadsheet you can see the 10 kilowatt solar system generates approximately 40 kilowatt hours of average electricity per day. Home usage of that electricity from the solar panels, 40% of 40 kilowatt hours is 16 kilowatt hours. The energy remaining to be made up by the battery on the Tesla Powerwall or the grid is 24 kilowatt hours. The Tesla Powerwall 2 capacity is 13.5 kilowatt hours. The remaining energy exported to the grid, or the extra capacity available to me for cryptocurrency mining, is 10.5 kilowatt hours. Tango, or Pacific Hydro, the electricity cost that I'm paying them for is 20.57 cents per kilowatt hour. My home usage, 16 kilowatt hours, and the offset 16 kilowatt hours times by the cost of the electricity I'm buying from Tango means I'll be saving $3.29 per day on electricity costs. The feed-in tariff is about 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So the total value of the electricity that I'm exporting to the grid per day is around $1.16, or per year about $422.72. So per day, the Tesla Powerwall 2, I should be able to offset 13.5 kilowatt hours at 20.57 cents per kilowatt hour, which is $3.47 per day. The 10 kilowatt solar array and plus the 13.5 kilowatt Tesla Powerwall 2 will offset my electricity costs by $7.92 per day. So the total save per year, which includes the 10 kilowatt solar array and the Tesla Powerwall 2 together, so combined, is $2,890 per year on electricity costs. So that equals a payback period of 14.27 years. Now these calculations I've just gone through are based on a video by Ludicrous feed, a link to which is available in the description to this video if you would like to understand how the calculations were made and how to calculate them for yourself. I highly recommend that you watch that video. The important question now, of course, is how much cryptocurrency can I mine? And how much will that be worth in the next 3 years? With the current setup of 10 kilowatts of solar and one Tesla Powerwall 2, I estimate I have around 1,300 watts worth of electricity available for mining. That's not much. I could probably build one 6 GPU mining rig with NVIDIA GTX 1070 GPUs for a hash rate of 162 megahashes a second. That would earn me around $360 per month, or $4,294 per year, at a rig price of around $5,500. Each GTX 1070 GPU is around $700 Australian, so the payback period is approximately 1 year, which is a great return on investment considering the alternatives, e.g. stocks and property. It's obvious, though, that I will certainly need to utilize the backyard space to add an additional 10 kilowatts worth of solar, the south-facing roof for another 10 kilowatts of solar, and add another 2 to 3 Tesla Powerwalls to make the operation viable. That's a significant additional cost of another $60,000 approximately. Given the current state of the crypto market, the low prices, and the speculation that GPU mining is dying, I'm currently not comfortable spending an additional $60,000, but I'm monitoring the space closely and will make a call in 6 months' time on whether or not to proceed with this. In terms of where prices of crypto will be in 3 years' time, that's anyone's guess, but I think it's still very early days. I like the idea of mining and holding crypto that has a high probability of succeeding long term. Privacy coins in particular, I'm quite interested in. Obviously, there is the possibility of mining thousands of coins with my operation, particularly if I choose a new or an up-and-coming cryptocurrency. And if I choose well, and with a bit of luck, there could be very large gains. 100 times my initial investment would not be unheard of. There's a reason why so many people around the world are mining crypto. It's the very high returns that are possible at much better odds than the lottery, for instance. Now let's talk about permits. I've been in contact with the Hobsons Bay Council, and they have advised me that the elevated solar tracker I wanted to put up in the backyard would be unlikely to be supported, so elevated solar with tracking is out. South-facing rooftop solar, no permit is required, so that's in. And backyard ground-mounted solar panels might be supported, but I'll need to apply for a planning permit for these, which I will do later this year. Council advises that I will be classed as a renewable energy facility, even at this low scale. I've provided a link in the description to this video to that planning policy document for those of you that are interested in reading through it. Cryptocurrencies are so new that there are currently no planning or council policies that have been developed to regulate miners like myself. So that's a tip for those of you in Melbourne who are thinking of starting a cryptocurrency mine. Maybe get in now before any restrictive regulations are implemented, which might trip you up. The council officer I spoke to on the phone told me he was having some difficulty classifying how to deal with me and what I'm doing. He had spent quite some time researching what policies applied to me and had discussed what I was doing with his colleagues. But given all this is so new, I think the council had real difficulties in figuring out what to do and how to advise me. Full disclosure, I'm not being paid to mention any of the companies that I've mentioned or recommended in this video. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this update on how I'm going with the INTJ solar and battery powered cryptocurrency mine. All the best, everyone. Happy mining.